what he wants could be detrimental to his business.
What's going on? Welcome back to the Weekflow. I've just actually got to the office, as you can see behind me. Hess is with me. She's gonna be leaving soon. Big week ahead. Got lots to do. A few things coming up, a few new releases for different clients and stuff I'll be taking you guys through. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shan, Hanif. I run a company called Weekflow where I'm the CEO. I'm currently scaled to about almost, I think, 90 people. We've just moved into these amazing new offices. Yeah, really excited for the week ahead. It's Monday, it's time to make stuff happen. I've already done a workout, I've already caught up with some stuff, and now I've just got to the office. But later in this video, I'm actually gonna be talking about cryptopunks, just NFTs, and kind of give you a bit more of a thing about what I'm thinking of doing as Weekflow and something that I'm working on. So stick to the end. It's gonna be a good episode. You're gonna hear from some of the team as well. Let me know if you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe. It helps to grow this channel. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this week on the roll.
I remember growing up, they told me I'll never be nothing, it was OD. Now I'm going for the chip with the whole team. When they find me the game, that's on me. Yeah, taking my time day by day. I pray to God on a daily.
We want it being, here it is, take this, buy this. We're adding in, you've got to check and compare. So we're adding like whole decision making.
So we're just actually going through the onboarding flow for a new app rebrand that we're doing, trying to make sure the user journey is optimized for conversion, to make sure that people, when they come into the app and get to pick, okay, do I want to purchase a guide or subscribe, you know, are we helping them make the best decision possible for us as a business?
Well, actually, no, I don't want that one, so I go back, or I go and make a purchase there. But then I want to learn about what subscription is. So then I go all the way back down to subscription.
But again, would you not just
Not clear on what either of these are.
I was lost, now I lead the team like I'm Brady. You see the squad, you know
one-off guides available, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our service monthly.
And you get what the concern is it's like we're selling two very different things, because as well, this thing here, you don't get access to all of the features in the app.
So, because I suppose as well, you're pushing down a journey here as well, right? So once you've selected guide,
Yeah, then
you're
you go-
not going to see subscription options, basically.
I love this perfect attendance. We're doing well, we never take L's, but I can see y'all like pretending. 23, yeah, 23.
I think your neck is definitely too wide.
Yeah, agreed.
Take a bit out of there. But length is good for tall girls.
So we're just having a fit session where we review the samples, fit them, make sure they're correct and as the sample measurements that we've given to follow, and yeah, just make sure they're fitting good really before we send them to our clients.
You hit the target blindfolded. Oh, you think you better, man, you folded. Laying down in bed without no focus. So we became lions to a locust.
All right, what's going on? I'm here in the office. I'm actually just about to jump in a meeting with some of the guys. This is our weekly trade meeting, which means we sit and look at the performance of the business, how we're doing this past week. We actually started this very recently, and it's a great way for me to get on top of what's going on, because there's so many different things. The guys are upstairs. Let's go. I think ad spend is a clear thing there, because we can definitely spend to acquire. Okay, challenge is live now. What are we doing now to actually make this perform? Because right now, it's not bringing enough people. I can't believe this is done less than that one-day sale.
I think that could be a really great pipeline opportunity for us. So just think about Black Friday through the lens of maximising the efficiency of what our capability gives us to do. Because I think you could do a 10-point plan by every single brand, and which is going to mess the whole thing up. So I think the less messages, because I think if you were to say it's newness, promotion, and traffic push, whatever that is, promotion by clients, and just sort of work around those three flows, just so we can bang those same messages with the team. Because really we're going to need all the teams to be running at 100 miles an hour in the 3 weeks leading up to it.
Don't play like that. I'll put in my
First client meeting with Lucy Martin, I was known as Knobs at, been working with her for a month now remotely, so it's good to see him in person.
What's the number one rule for client meetings?
Be polite, be courteous, tell the truth.
Second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
But are these the right things that we're going to be solving? If that's what he wants, that's fine, but then what he wants could be detrimental to his business.
Agreed.
And as a product manager, we have got to know how to.
You got to agree, but some of them are
You
just
guys-
crystal clear.
Okay, so you guys have got to learn how to manage up. So just now we've been going through our product strategy that we do at Genflow. So how we take and work with the clients, taking something from ideation all the way through to a final delivery, and what the approach is that we do on it. So what we do is we work with our clients to figure out first what is your vision for your products, and then we filter that down into what your initiative is going to be, and then what your goals are as well, and then finally that comes down to your releases. So how do we take, an idea that you have for what you want for your business in your app and actually put that into a feature that is realistically deliverable for you. So it's a funnel approach that we do, and we talked about some strategies and some different techniques that we can use to kind of measure success of the features as they come out. Everyone's going, they want gamification. But everyone's going to go, but they don't really know
why they want it.
No, they know why they want it. And it is this point where you kind of go to them, all right, we think it's going to help your subscriptions. Ultimately, what does your clients want? They want money. They think that gamification is going to get them money. But when you're showing them, well, actually, it's not what's driving installs. You've got to come up with things that you think are they're going to drive installs, and you've got to look at their user base and identify what the problems are that them users are. What are the friction points that you're trying to solve? Because this is the point here, and this is what you need to be clear to them. This is how Uber, this is how Amazon, this is how Google fix these problems. Their problem is the fitness experience. First time, is the gym and fitness experience is scary for beginners. Judgment's a problem. Machines, you've got no information how to use them. I'll give you a great example was as well with the badges and awards. We found that with knobs, they want to do badges and awards. Oh, you've run 10k, here's a badge.
Accolades.
Okay, right. She doesn't want you able to see what the badges are, because they're hidden. This is where the mission statement becomes quite important. Because what that thing will look like will change from client to client, and that's what we should be looking at as well. Do you know what I mean?
I'm about to make them disappear. I don't wanna see no tears. This is only the beginning. Losing is my only fear. Take some time away from my peers. Started working hard for my career. Now I said to say a loud and clear. Yeah, I'm the rookie of the year.
All right, cool. So I just finished up catching up with some of the guys around the office. The good fun thing now of being in the office is that you can just go up to people and just say, hey, what's up, and that kind of stuff. So obviously a lot of people I haven't spoken to much. So it's pretty cool just to walk around, see what everyone is up to. That being said, if you've been following some of the previous episodes or my stories, I often talk about kind of like my Sunday self-care thing that I do, which is not a bubble bath. It is more actually thinking of what I'm going to do in the week coming up. So I pretty much, a task list is a list of things, and you kind of don't know how you're going to do all of that stuff. What I find is that I take that and basically put it into a calendar so that I know exactly what I'm doing when. Which brings me to currently it's 11 a.m. and my block now is for one of our clients, Shreddy. We're about to release a challenge today, so just kind of checking on where we are with that. To be honest, that brings me to a thing that challenges and what am I talking about, right? So firstly, Shreddy is a health and fitness brand. They have we have an app, supplements and fitness equipment. This is a great way to essentially increase traffic, which will increase the revenue and everything else. So this is a challenge, which is an experience that a group of people can do together to reach a certain fitness goal that someone has. It's a massive activation. So, in this particular case, there's a website update, app update, there's so many moving parts. But I guess the learning for anyone watching this is that trying to think of things you can do, which is like an activation. What can you do to just drive traffic? Ultimately, that's what business is about, right? So you may find the products, you might launch your brand and it's not selling as well. So like, what is the thing you can do, the commercial activity, the activation, to try to make it a success? If you do want to do something like this, what I would say, probably like 3 things that you need to think about. Number 1, like what is the big attraction to this activity that you want to put out, right? Like, why would people want to join? Normally that could be bringing people together. So you need the big why. Number 2 is the big what's going to keep everybody engaged. And that normally comes into the way you're kind of setting up this activation that you're doing. So are they going to interact with each other? What's actually the experience that someone's going to have whilst they're going through this? Lastly, it would be like a prize, essentially. And that's what we've seen work really well. The challenge is something that we kind of began about 4 or 5 years ago back, as a new concept. So the third thing would be a prize. What are they going to win? In the Shreddy one in particular, it's some crazy prizes. You can win like a MacBook to a paying off your university fees. So it's about strategically, what does your ideal customer would love putting that as a prize, so essentially they have a reason to come and buy and whatever else. So you got to just strategically think like, you know, what the reason is. But yeah, that being said, getting late for this call, so I'm gonna get to that.
That don't matter to me, I'm just trying to make it out. Coming straight up at the ground. Tell them I don't play around.
What's going on? So I'm currently here with Saad. But pretty much what we're working on is basically our Gemflow proposition. So, you know, as we've scaled and just been so busy this year, never had the chance to slow down and actually think about like how to position Gemflow out to the market. So kind of doing that now, you know, since the funding, we focused on like hiring, building the team, processes, pushing on with all the clients that we have and what we're gonna do. So now we're kind of been working on how do we essentially speak to the market, what do we do. Currently we have like a one-page website and that's it. It's crazy that we don't have this stuff in place, so now we're working on a full everything that we do within the business, how we're gonna show that. It needs to be good copy, how's the narrative, the imagery and everything else. So yeah, been working on that. Actually I'll show you a little bit of the approach.
Please make sure you get my wireframes. don't.
So yeah, I've been kind of just mapping out on Miro, which we love, kind of looking at our branding, how that looks, which is currently loading, alongside then pretty much the website and what are all the things we need to talk about on a website. So if that's the homepage, what should that say, in what way, and just kind of like slightly wireframing more information, where should what go and why, alongside the different types of things, you know, brands, management, investment, and whatever else we're working on, how we're going to present all that and the rest. So yeah, really sitting and doing some planning. So yeah, that's what we're currently up to. You're 3 months away from your new brand, from being a CEO of your brand.
I think things like that are key.
I'm the rookie of the year, yeah. I'm the rookie of the year. Season time away from all my peers. Started working hard for my career. Now it's safe to say it loud and clear, yeah. I'm the rookie of the year. Time is money, like I got a rollie on me, so I gotta make it.
Oh, exciting! Coming together.
To me, I'm just trying to make it out. Coming straight up at the ground. Tell them I don't play around.
Yeah, it's been a long day, but I think we got a solid plan together now. So I think let's just focus on execution over everything else, and I think we'll get it done. Yeah, quite excited. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks, bye. So, just finished off the last call of the day. Pretty tired. As you guys know, I've been following my calendar, going through all the stuff. Just finished off, essentially we were going through a product planning session with the team, just across all the different brands, what's going on the product side, when is what going to come, which thing has been paid by clients, which hasn't, when is what stock arriving, and all the other good stuff. You know, we've recently opened a new fulfillment center in Ireland. That's all working really well, so that's really good to hear. And just yeah, logistics as a whole, we've been doing very well. So yeah, done for the day. Pretty much tired, very tired. Long day. I need to get home, have some dinner, chill for a bit, and then I have to finish off with some stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Where's the Benji? Working a 9 to 5, I had to go and feed the guys. Nobody did it right. I had a strong.
Yo, quite a bit actually, quite a bit. So obviously as a business we're doing lots of different things each week when it comes to like our brands and what they're doing. And I don't really do much of it myself, but however, a bunch of stuff. So number one, I think from memory, obviously we had the Shredded Challenges go live this week. I think I spoke about on Monday. That's gone really well. The execution was top notch. Then we've had Iris Palmer is one of our clients out in LA. We have a like an eyelashes brand, which is very cool. I think we've had a restock on that brand.
Okay, we've just rebranded and relaunched one of our brands, Starlash, for our client Iris Palmer. Really excited. We've given the whole brand a new facelift, so we've gone for a more like Latin American feel to the brand. So using the colours from the El Salvador flag. We've got new lashes as well, new packaging, new components, really nice textures in the boxes. Really exciting, really cool to look at, really cool to use. The lash as well, we've changed the construction of it, so it's more like an invisible band, so when you apply it onto the actual lashes, it's lightweight on feel. It's a really nice, natural, fluttery effect, so it's really exciting. Hope it does well. Looking forward to seeing how it does this week.
Nice, and it's just gone live?
Yes, just gone live.
What's really fun fact about it, that is, so she's actually like friends with the Kardashians that does all their like eyelashes, and we actually put an event together last year where Kylie came to and the rest of all our stuff. So yeah, quite happy with the execution. That went live. We've had some other ones too. Iman Gaji, who some of you know, he was one of my first ever social media hires here at Gemflow. I think we had the Principal collection, I think it's called, went live as well. So yeah, quite busy with him. The team has been working on a bunch of stuff with him, which is quite fun. Then we had Jordan Woods out in LA. She has a brand called First Place, and we've kind of elevated the brand, took it to another level. An app's come out, and some products and the rest. So yeah, quite a bit of new activity. Whilst this is happening, there's a lot of underlying activity happening with lots of clients. Someone could be releasing some new content, someone's releasing some of this, sales, discounts, and a bunch of other stuff is kind of continuously going on. So yeah, a good week overall for us. More activity the better, and we're learning how to do more and more. And right now just working on October, November, December, what's happening then, what are we going to do? So yeah, I need to get back to work, so I'm going to go and do that.
Step at a time, we're going up, we headed to Mars. Taking them chances, making decisions, I'm never gonna lie.
Cool, so we just sat down with some of the team. We've got Shatika, we've got Emma, we've got Nellis, and we've got Fraser behind the camera. We're about to sit down and go through our Gemflow social media strategy. As some of you guys know, we recently started doing marketing at Gemflow finally, and our social media has been doing well. So now it's time to kind of regroup on strategy and what is the plan, what works, what doesn't work, why, and what do we need to do moving forwards. We love to use Miro, which you've probably seen me talk about quite a few times. So yeah, we've got it all planned out. Gonna jump in and do that. Once we're done with that, we're gonna move on to my brand and kind of do the same exercise. So yeah, we did this last month, was very useful. So gonna attempt it again and hopefully come up with some good ideas to make sure happen. That's the plan. Can there be a swipe post? Can there be a bit more info about the why or this or that or what Gemflow did in any way, capacity?
Moving on to how we feature clients, which is the next big kind of pain point, because the ones that we've done are things like this.
I think if there's an actual moment, then yes. That would be like crossing 1 million subscribers, whatever, like those, and they should be real, so they will reshare. And the whole time I lived there, I used to hear a little bit of like,
oh no,
like that.
Yeah.
And I always thought, oh, old house, there's some mouse, probably, like, it's not obviously in my room, it's probably in the walls or something like that. So I just kind of always ignored it, and I saw one run past.
No.
But before that, I heard the noise.
No.
And then I saw it run past, and I was like, this whole time, been in the room. Yeah. That forced me to then move. I ended up getting an apartment, which became the first office afterwards. And it just all happened at the time, actually, where I had just found like the first investor too. So it kind of just all happened at once. Yeah. So I was like getting out this room. Alright, what's going on? So it's Friday. I'm back at home working today, and it's pretty much end of the week. But it's been a solid week for me this week. A couple of reasons why. Number one, I ended up sticking to my calendar, which is a very important thing that I'm trying to do, which meant I was making progress through to my actual goals whilst all the day-to-day stuff comes up. So that was a big plus for me this week. Secondly, just real good progress on some projects. So I'm about to release something in about 2 to 3 weeks from now. And as my job as CEO now, I'm trying to grow the business, and I've been talking about that a lot. So I've actually managed to push that project along. The team is doing a really good job on that. So yeah, quite excited to bring something new to the market, something new that Gemflow does. So that's been really fun, and that's coming together. Outside of that, actually the next project after that is already being worked on, and so that's really exciting. So if any of you that know me or watch this channel or anything know about Gemflow, we help creators build brands and do lots of amazing stuff. But I'm now focused more on what is Gemflow doing and what things do we need to do as a business to grow Gemflow in itself, not necessarily what we're doing with a client or a particular brand or a particular creator, etc. So this kind of stuff is more what Gemflow is doing. Besides that, I kind of did a deep dive in the analytics of my own content, and the truth is some things have worked well, some things aren't. The growth on YouTube hasn't been what I would want it to be, so just kind of really thinking about how we're going to create the content and the rest, and start really scripting videos. Lots of learnings actually, so I think I might start making some content around like growing a YouTube channel and what it's really like and the things you need to think of and everything else, because it's happening to me in real life. Just thinking of different things and trying to give them a bit more time. With that being said, obviously we had the Gemflow day last week. I'm really pleased with kind of like the outcome of that, because just seeing people together again and the rest has been really cool. Spending some time in the office this week, which you've seen, just felt good, after COVID, after everything, after moving into, I guess, the fundraise and not actually being in the office, seeing people together, seeing, yeah, I guess how big everything has gotten has been really, really cool. I'm currently just working on kind of like, yeah, plans from here, and what am I doing? Traveling and building a business in different areas around the world and the rest. So yeah, a lot coming up on that topic itself. That being said, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you know, I'm going to be answering some questions. So I've had quite a few questions come through DMs and also through some comments on the video. So I'm just going to read them out and answer them for you. One of the first ones was, how do you have so much energy? Very good question. So as some of you know, I've kind of talked about this before as well, right? That I actually sleep less throughout the week on purpose. Generally 6 hours is like a good sleep for me. So I guess, how do I have so much energy? I guess I've always been a person that there's lots that I want to do. That's just who I am. So in my mind, there's so much that I want to do that the energy just comes from the wanting to do. And I guess over years of doing this now, there's a lot of doubt and a lot of, I can't do this and that used to be in my mind. Now it's different because I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can achieve. I know if I put my mind to something, how well I execute something, and I've done it time and time again, that the energy comes from there. It comes from knowing that I can do it, quite simply. So I guess instead of looking for other sources for energy, look from within, if that makes sense. Because yeah, you are your own energy, as weird as that sounds. It's not about how much you sleep, how much coffee, how much you exercise, meditate. All that stuff surely will help you, yes, but fundamentally your energy is going to come from your desire of wanting to achieve, wanting to do something, wanting to learn, wanting to become a better person, a new version of yourself, or whatever that is. So I think, yeah, that's where my energy comes from. But yeah, good question. Second one I have here, a bit related. So any tips on burnout? So I don't think I've ever actually experienced burnout, if I'm completely honest. I've felt exhaustion from like working on something so much that I need a break. And for me, a break is get some sleep, do something else, go out and do something, have some good food, and pretty much the next day or within 12 hours, I'll be feeling that energy is back and like, let's go. So I've never really felt burnout as I hear people speak about it. Maybe I'm fortunate. Yeah, I don't have any exact tips on burnout. My only tip would be, from my own experience, is that because I love what I do generally, and I'm living my dream every single day. Got another one here, how to stay consistent or get started. Good question. You know, probably most people, generally speaking, right, the hardest thing is just getting started. That's the hardest thing, right? And because of many things, and most of the things are because you're thinking of the what ifs. What if it doesn't work? You know, I can't take that risk. You know, speaking of, at the Gemflow Day, one of the biggest things that most people came to me and said was that huge respect that you built this business, or you started from nothing and you made it here. I don't know how you did it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to risk it all. So ultimately, yeah, I guess getting started is risk, but you've got to be willing to take it with no expectations. Like if you're just like, you know, I'm just going to try this. If it works, then all good. And that if it works is more of a rhetorical question, because like, yes, I'm going to make it work. So I guess yeah, any advice I would give is you've just got to truly want it and then just get started. There is nothing to wait for. You want to start a clothing business? Buy some clothes today, put them on sale, let's go. Like, it's that easy. I think simplify everything. That's one of the things I do. If I ever jump into a project, all I would do is find out all the information and simplify it, which is the art of problem solving. So I guess, yeah, my advice for anyone getting started would be simplify it and see what you can do. And related to that, consistency. The consistency comes from just cutting out all the bullshit in your life. Like if you actually looked at the amount of time that you have in a day, and if you took out all the stuff that's not going to get you to your goal, it'd be very easy to become consistent because you just do it all the time. For example, right now I go to the gym almost every single morning consistently just because I love it. I love waking up, fasted, go to the gym. I love sweating. That feeling is like, okay, now I'm ready for the day. And so just consistency, right? If you enjoy something, you naturally do it consistently, you don't even realize it. Next I have here, what are your thoughts on NFTs? So yeah, very, very interesting. So I've actually invested quite a bit into cryptocurrency in general. I'll probably will make a video on it at some point. If you want me to show you my portfolio and what I'm investing in, let me know, comment down below. NFTs in particular, haven't bought any yet myself. I do feel like the market is being manipulated for sure, just because it's so easy to do so. I think there's been reports anyway that OpenSea, which is the Amazon NFTs, is like insider trading. Employees are putting the ones that they're buying at the front of the website so they get bought more, etc. So I think at the moment, I've been watching, because there is going to crash at some point. A lot of people are buying because they think there's going to be value in something, but we're too early yet. So I think I'm watching and seeing what to do. Also, I'm watching from a very careful eye, because been planning how do we enter the market, how do I enable creators to sell NFTs with some experience built around it and everything else. So yeah, I'm working on that. So yeah, that's probably my overall thoughts at the moment. I can see it growing into something, but at the moment I don't think it's matured enough as a whole. Yeah, that's probably my thoughts on that. Last one here I have is, so you know, there was actually a CryptoPunk, a COVID alien one. I think it was sold for $11 million or something. If I'm completely honest, I don't see how. I think there's a couple of things at play here. I think number one, I definitely think there's market manipulation going on. I think number two, the value, I guess, yeah, if people with the most money, they're seeing this new digital asset has been created, which potentially has worth, they are overpaying to hold them in case they turn into something, right? So I think there's a genuine thing there. Yeah, I would say, I think it's absolutely crazy at this moment in time for that level of valuation. Do I think NFTs will work? Yes. Do I think they'll have a major play in the digital space? 100%. The valuations today, I'm not so sure of. But yeah, that's all the questions, and thank you for those. It was fun answering them. I'm actually going to be recording a podcast today, The Life of Entrepreneur. My podcast is coming back. I actually bought a new podcast machine to be able to do that to a higher quality. I actually tried doing it on my PC with a proper mic, but I personally didn't like the sound when it's connected via USB, so I bought an XLR mic with a podcast recorder to hopefully start getting those out. So if you haven't checked that already, Life of an Entrepreneur, I'll leave the link down below. Is my podcast. We're going way more into detail and a bit more raw just on like what it's like being an entrepreneur and running a massive business. What will happen is slowly you'll get dragged into so many things that where people want your input that you actually end up not having any time to yourself to actually be able to think and do your own work, or do the things that you know are important to you. Just killing myself trying to like meet my own schedule that I've created, so like it makes no sense. But you kind of like don't realize that actually I'm in charge and I can do whatever I like. So that's been a good change in the past 2 weeks. Anyway, that's the end of the week flow. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Videos coming every week. See you in the next one.